brings another unforgettable night of fights to Ventura, California with LFA 239. Every fighter stepping into the cage will put it all on the line. Who will rise and who will fall? Find out on August 21st at LFA 239.
What's up, LFA Nation? Welcome to the Legacy Fighting Alliance number 239 preliminary bout, streaming live on Spectation Sports, and we are live in Ventura, California. Ron Krug joined by the champion Gilbert Melendez is back. So good to have you. And another year, Gil, that the LFA is partnering with Throwdown, the world's largest cornhole tournament in the world, my man. We got bags being thrown outside and fists being thrown inside.
Yeah, what a great event to be a part of. It's a 3-day event. There's already been cornhole matches. There is X Games, motocross, big jumps happening. There's LFA fights, and there's bands on Sunday. Man, what a great opportunity to be a part of this event.
100%. If you live anywhere in California or anywhere in the West, get out here. This is going to be a crazy weekend. And the LFA tonight is delivering a crazy card. LFA 239, Gil, the main event. This is an important matchup between two featherweights looking to get into that title conversation. California's own Chris Makate, he will have home cage advantage. There's no doubt about it when he takes on Argentina's Manuel Esposito, who makes his LFA debut tonight.
Yeah, really excited about these matches. Both these guys knocking on the door of getting to the UFC. One has actually been in the UFC Contender Series, right. Esposito, and then Makate, man, he's just been doing such a great job. Fell short against Visconde, who's in the UFC, and has a win over Reyes, who is now in the UFC. So he's knocking on the door. Big win tonight. You either get that LFA championship or you get the opportunity to go to the UFC.
Very well said. Already this year, the LFA has sent 25 athletes to the UFC, once again proving this is the true developmental league to the UFC. That's coming up on Vice TV tonight, the main event at 9 Eastern and 6 Pacific here in the West Coast. But first, we will be delivering 3 live preliminary bouts right here on Spectation Sports, beginning with the big boys. Heavyweights kick off the action when undefeated Ryan Firinaiu throws down with Yoan Robert-Ramirez, who makes his LFA and professional MMA debut. Then Terrell Bosen returns to the octagon after a lengthy layoff to battle with Jackson Wink product Chris Collins. And we will wrap up the LFA 239 prelims with a flyweight matchup between Sevak, Khachatryan, and Aiden Ingram. Let's do it! Here are the numbers and the tail of the tape for our first matchup, powered by Transmission Brewing. Man, did we have a good time there last night. Shout out to the entire Transmission Brewing staff. Here we go. Khachatryan, 26 years old. Ingram is 4 years his elder. Both athletes stand a 6'4" for the big man. And then we got Robert-Ramirez, 6'5". He's 262, weighed in 20 pounds heavier than our man Firinaiu, and the reach 2 inches goes the way of Robert-Ramirez. All right, let's pull through this, powering through right now as we get to the action. To kick off the LFA 239 preliminary bouts on Spectation Sports, here is the voice of the LFA Octagon, Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are live around the world from the Ventura County Event Center here in Ventura, California for preliminary action for LFA 239 Makate versus Esposito, presented by Monster Energy. Ladies and gentlemen, we kick off tonight's event with this bout, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA heavyweight division, brought to you tonight by Transmission Brewing. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This wrestler stands 6'5", weight in 262 pounds. Tonight, he's making his professional debut, representing the Void Martial Arts and Bolt Wrestling, fighting out of Santiago, Cuba, the Cuban Missile Crisis, Yoan Robert-Ramirez. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a striker standing 6'4", weight in 242 pounds. He holds a 1-0 professional record. That win coming by way of knockout. Representing MMA Gold and Underground MMA, fighting out of Sacramento, California, Ryan Big Feedy Firinaiu. Your referee in charge of the action, Jonathan Romero.
All right, gentlemen, we know over instructions back in the dressing room. Remember, we'll take stuff at all times, obey my commands at all times. Let's go and touch gloves, let's go back to our corners and come out fighting.
Heavyweights get us going, and there's Ryan Firinaiu coming off the winner's pro debut in this exact same building. Moves up to heavyweight for his second LFA appearance. And Yoan, Robert-Ramirez, 4 years since leaving his home country of Cuba to pursue his MMA dream. Former Cuban national wrestling champion, Gil. Great matchup.
Yeah, looking like a striker already, throwing some kicks. Firinaiu throws a good right hand. I love Ramirez's nickname, the Cuban Missile Crisis.
So good.
Goes for throws a left hook, level change for Firinaiu. The wrestler defends it.
Nice kick to the body from Ramirez, and a big takedown by the wrestler. Cuban national champion, and he's dropping some bombs as Firinaiu gets back up, but pays for it.
Yeah, great job seeing the wrestler take his opponent down, and instead of holding him, grabs the far hip and lets his right hands rip.
LFA 239 from early start here on the West Coast. I love it, Gil. Referee Ramirez is going to stop the action for what looks to be a low blow.
Yeah, beautiful here in California.
As always, man, you are a lucky man.
Yes, I am. But it's great to come here to Southern California, Ventura Beach Town, right on the beach we are. And some heavyweights throwing down to start off the show.
Yeah, let's go. We reset with 4 minutes to go here in the opening round. Firinaiu and Robert-Ramirez. Oh, sneaky elbow from Ramirez. Good level change from Firinaiu.
Big combination. Firinaiu with some whiskers, hanging tough in there. His head slipping side to side, high guard.
Shaking it off, Gil, and both big men landing now. Firinaiu punching his way into the clinch, but he pays. Robert-Ramirez with a nice elbow.
Yeah, Ramirez with some big bombs, but exerting a lot of energy, not because he's out of shape, he's throwing with some dynamite, right? You gotta pace yourself a little. Sometimes it works, but you know, sometimes it drains the battery.
Big shots, clinch up, and a knee delivered from Firinaiu. One knockout in his one professional win. Robert-Ramirez's pro debut tonight.
What a shot by Robert-Ramirez, holding on to the single leg. Normally here in wrestling, but now he's eating some body shots from Firinaiu.
Firinaiu, blue belt in BJJ, but he has a Muay Thai and boxing background. Started training MMA at 16. Now 25 years old. Coming up on the midway point of the opening round.
Firinaiu attacking the neck here. Great position on the wrestler. Does he disengage or does he continue to wrestle? He's doing a great job. Oh, big knee.
Yeah.
On the way up.
Firinaiu landed and now gets an elbow through, and he's doing some work in the clinch, Gil. 2 knees delivered by Firinaiu.
Firinaiu very comfortable here as a professional. Ramirez for the first time really getting in a dogfight in his professional debut, and there's nothing like a real fight to give you a real feeling. As hard as I train for fights, there's nothing like 110% that you actually do in the cage.
Robert-Ramirez started wrestling in Cuba at age 5. As I said, a Cuban national champion in wrestling. Came here to the U.S. to pursue this MMA dream.
Looking a little fatigued, came out, fast twitch, real explosive, had some great moments.
That was a big knee, Gil.
Yeah, Firinaiu getting the momentum now, shutting down the shot, getting a big read, and weathered the storm, and pacing himself a little bit more, not exerting as much energy.
Well said.
And now in a great position here. Robert-Ramirez is gonna have to dig deep or learn a valuable professional lesson.
I think the knee hurt him, and Robert-Ramirez really did a lazy takedown attempt, Gil, trying to get in, but it could have been because he did some damage. And now he's on his back, and an opportunity for Firinaiu to maybe close this out with under a minute to go.
Yeah, Robert-Ramirez, definitely a tough individual, but you can see the body language. He's definitely fatigued. Wasn't expecting the fight to be in this position. Great top pressure from Firinaiu. Now he moves to the mount, Ron. Big elbows.
Raining down shots, Ryan Firinaiu. His corner called for elbows, and he's delivering.
30 seconds, Ron.
Robert-Ramirez gives up his back.
Flattens him out.
Firinaiu continuing to deliver shots. Romero has stopped it, and that is all. Ryan Firinaiu building off a win in his pro debut. California's own makes it 2 straight wins to begin his professional MMA career. Exclamation point on that finish, Gil, for Ryan Firinaiu.
Yeah, Ryan Firinaiu did a great job. Great finish, but just more impressed on the composure. Ramirez held his ground, started throwing big bombs, big exchanges, really tried to steamroll Firinaiu, but he obliged, calm, composed in the chaos, slipped some punches, blocked some punches, and the tide started turning. Here it is in the pocket, slipping, taking, chin down, still composed, eye contact, takes the best, smiles.
Yeah.
Changes directions now, puts him against the cage. Firinaiu drops some knees on Ramirez's solar plex. Ramirez almost takes a shot as a form of rest and a form of stalling.
Yes.
Firinaiu sprawls, gets to the mount position, and starts raining down punches, elbows, punches, and flattens out Ramirez for a second and just rode him. And very tactical, very smart, managed his energy bar very well, but was still aggressive, still mean, still vicious. Yeah, fought like a pro out there.
I like what you said, the whiskers on Ryan Firinaiu, because he ate some big shots from a massive man in Yoan Robert-Ramirez, the Cuban Missile Crisis. But it was Ryan Firinaiu, the 25-year-old, originally from Italy, now living and training in Sacramento, California with the MMA Gold and Underground MMA team. Follows up a TKO win versus a tough Chris Collins, who you're going to see coming up next from Jackson Wink. Follows up that win with another impressive victory here inside the LFA octagon. Man, I don't think he wants to fight anywhere else, but right here in Ventura, 2-0 here in the Ventura Event Center. A big win to kick off LFA 239. Let's now get the official decision. We go inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Jonathan Romero, calls a stop to this fight. 4 minutes, 43 seconds of the very first round, declaring a winner by TKO, Ryan Big Fidi Firinaiu.
Ryan Firinaiu now a 2-0. He made his amateur debut in August of 2021. Had 7 knockouts and 1 submission as an amateur. He won a couple titles, and Ryan Firinaiu has introduced himself to the LFA heavyweight division. Well done, sir, and welcome to the LFA. Well, Fight Night collides with the Throwdown Cornhole Festival tonight in Ventura, California. Here's a preview of what's coming up on Vice TV.
California summer. Competition is in the air. And thousands gathering in Ventura for the world's largest cornhole festival, Throwdown Fest. But as the sun begins to set, the biggest throwdown of the weekend is just getting started. Tonight, the LFA takes center stage. In the main event, California's Chris McCarthy brings a relentless all-American wrestling pedigree and knockout power against submission ace Manuel Exposito, who brings 14 professional victories to Ventura. In the co-main event, Former UFC fighter Daniel Funza returns to the LFA to battle hard-hitting American Jonathan Haynes. International prospects, California standouts, and rising contenders looking to turn one performance into something much bigger. Live from Ventura, California, this is LFA 239.
Stacked card, as always, from here in Southern California, as we take a look at the fight odds powered by a DimeBet, official betting partner and online casino to the LFA. The main event, California's own Chris Makate comes in as a minus 357 favorite. The comeback on Manuel Esposito plus 233. Some pretty, he's a favorite, but Esposito making his LFA debut tonight, Gil, a very live underdog in my opinion.
I agree. Esposito, he's the wild card, right? He's an aggressive fighter. He's going to throw big punches. This is MMA. If you play the numbers game, high volume, you catch that chin, you can rock somebody. Esposito is also aggressive and attacking submissions. He's looking for knee bars. He's looking for heel hooks. He's looking for the neck. He has 9 finishes. He's that wild card that just takes advantage of any opportunity he gets. If he gets Makate shaken up or he gets on his back, he's going for that kill. So I totally agree with you.
Keep an eye on the matchup in the lightweight division between Benny Orozco and Jamal Mavladov. That's going to be a great fight. Orozco, the minus 213 favorite, plus 150 on the dog. Jamal Mavladov, and the biggest favorite on the card here tonight, Gil, 3-0 Joaquin Garcia taking on the veteran in Orlando Sanders. He's a plus 590 dog and a minus 1429 for Garcia.
I mean, you know, if you just want to put a little out there, you see these numbers, you just want to dabble. But Garcia coming from Oyama's gym, you know, has a good pedigree. His brother fought in the UFC as well.
Right.
So, you know, there's reasons for those numbers as well, but it's always fun.
The fight odds are always powered by a DimeBet. Scan the QR code on the screen for the latest odds. Should be a great card. Battle of California to start us off between Edmund Kwan, 5-1, and Trevor D. Vestern making his return to the LFA plus a 265. Anything else stand out to you, Gil? What fight are you looking forward to, man?
I mean, I want to talk about that Kwan and Trevor fight. First, man, two great grapplers. You got Bloodlines, who's representing, and that's Cub Swanson's team, who's had that first batch of guys. Almost all of them made it to the UFC except Makate. And you got Edmund Kwan kind of keeping that fire alive for AKA. Such a great grappler. Fell short 2 fights ago, took some time off, came back, and I saw him fight live. He was patient, composed, and that's what he said. Lured his opponent in, got his back, and was able to submit him. So, you know, Kwan is a dog. Trevor is a dog. I'm excited for that matchup. But if you're asking me what stands out, I think it's Jamal Mavladov versus Benny Orozco. That's my fight to watch. You know, Jamal is such a great striker, long and lanky, slick submissions, and Benny a banger, but just this guy who gets the job done in one round. He's always going for the finish, and he's a Bay Area guy. I mean, I'm a little biased towards him here, but big win against Jacoby Jones, who I'm really a big fan of. So Benny's a guy to watch out for.
Grab yourself a Surfside while you're watching LFA 239. A Surfside sunshine in a can. As we get ready.
Looks good.
Yeah, it does. Bring them over, guys. We're ready. Surfsides for everybody. Here we go. Let's check out the tail of the tape. Light heavyweights up next. Here are the numbers. Tail of the tape powered by Wheelhouse. Terrell Bosen, 37 years old and returning After an 11-year layoff, welcome back, Terrell. Chris Collins is 6 years younger. Both fighters stand at 6'3", and it's Bosen who will have a 3-inch reach advantage. Once again, inside to Mike Kendall.
Fight fans, this contest is scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA light heavyweight division, brought to you tonight by Wheelhouse. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 6'3", weight in 205 pounds. He holds a 1-1 professional record. Representing Jackson Wink MMA, fighting out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, Lightning Chris Collins. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a striker and jiu-jitsu style fighter standing 6'3", weight in 204.4 pounds. He holds a 2-1 professional record with 1 win coming by way of knockout. Representing UFC, Jim Oxnard, fighting out of Oxnard, California, Terrell, the Truth Bosen. Your referee, Michael Bell.
All right, gentlemen, you got your instructions backstage. Protect yourself at all times. Obey my commands at all times. If you want to touch gloves, do now. Best of luck to both of you.
Light heavyweights, after suffering his first loss as a pro in this building in February, Jackson Wink product Chris Collins looks to rebound tonight. And in his first fight in over 11 years, Terrell Bosen puts his newfound love for the sport to the test tonight as he makes his LFA debut. Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez with you cage side for LFA 239, the preliminary bout, streaming live on Spectation Sports.
Bosen with some good movement already. It's been a long time, but we don't know if he's been in the gym. He looks like maybe he has been looking sharp out there, moving around, good movement.
Yeah, it's been a minute. Trains at the UFC gym in Oxnard, originally from San Antonio. Started training in 2009, said he was a big fan of tap outs. How many people got into the sport because of those guys and tap out? Shout out to Mask and the gang.
Oh, what a great brand.
Oh, so awesome.
So much.
Big comeback for Terrell Bosen, and a comeback here for Chris Collins too. Punches his way in, looking for a takedown, and he gets it. Coming off the first professional defeat of his career, losing to the man who just got a win in our first fight of the night, Ryan, Firinaiu. And now Chris Collins, known as Lightning, has an opportunity here, Gil.
Yeah, lightning fast with that takedown, moving to great position, attacking that arm triangle from side mount. Bosen really trying to answer the phone, but it looks like it's tight.
Oh, and there is the tap. Quick work. Submission win for Chris Lightning Collins. Lightning fast tonight, Gil.
Lightning fast it was. Happy for Chris Collins, who had a tough fight against Firinaiu, the very first guy we just saw, man. Great comeback, took him down. He's pumped, was patient.
Yeah.
Was patient, right? Was patient, not over aggressive, and you know, waited for the right time to get the takedown against the striker and was able to.
Former D2 wrestler at New Mexico Highlands University. He was a 2014 New Mexico High School State champion wrestler. From Manzano High School. Comes in as Tapology's #1 ranked light heavyweight in New Mexico. Had 3 submission wins as an amateur. One by way of rear naked choke, armbar, and guillotine. And he's got another submission win here tonight, his first as a pro.
Well, I'll tell you this, man. Chris Collins was patient tonight. Bosen is a striker, man. He was punching, landing some jabs, moving around, and you know, Collins got the job done.
Sure did. It started with those punches, Gil, and that led to the takedown.
Yeah, there's the double leg, and immediately climbed up the waist. Moved to pass, was about to get to mount, did get to mount. As Bosen's bridged out, he was able to lock that arm triangle position, wedge in tightly. Collins for the finish. Beautiful job with the arm triangle. Textbook, took the striker down, did what he had to do. Well done, Collins.
For the official time, we go inside to Mike Kendall.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Michael Bell, calls a stop to this fight. 1 minute, 24 seconds of the very first round, declaring a winner by tap out into arm triangle, Lightning, Chris Collins.
Lightning strikes in Albuquerque, New Mexico's Chris Collins storms into the LFA win column, improves his professional record to 2-1, now 1-1 in the LFA. There he is with head coach Greg Jackson, the great Greg Jackson. Great to have him here in Southern California.
And Joe Daddy Stevenson right next to him, man. Come on,
I
baby.
mean, come on. What a corner.
Yeah, what a corner, man.
Wow.
Not fair. No, I'm just kidding. That's awesome. Great job, Collins. Great corner.
Absolutely. Good to see two legends of the sport. Joe Daddy looking good, man.
Coach Joe Daddy. I know he's been coaching for a long time, and I run into fighters who are like, I train with Joe Daddy, and it sounds like he's really passed it on to the next generation.
Without a doubt, just like yourself, Gil. It's so good to see so many of you coaches that were incredible fighters now passing along that knowledge to the next generation of fighters. It's so good to see, and we got the fans making their way into the Ventura Event Center here in Ventura, California. Always a great crowd, always a great time to grab a Surfside. Surfside sunshine in a bottle. Gil's grabbing one right now as we speak.
I mean, they've been tempting us all night, man. It's early, and I'm getting tempted.
Self-control, my friend, you know it. Great crowd filing in here in Ventura as we get ready for a stacked LFA 239 card. For Southern California's Chris Makate, the road back to the LFA main event has been built on a lifetime of competition.
Makate flipped it on him, that was nice.
A two-time NCAA Division I All-American wrestler, Makate brings an elite grappling pedigree into the octagon. He had won 5 straight before a doctor's stoppage against current LFA champion Eric Visconti snapped that run last August. Now, after nearly a year away, Makate is back and motivated, looking to remind everyone why he belongs among the division's best.
Give a violent finish and know that when I do my thing, you know, I belong with any of those guys, and I test myself with some of the best guys in the world daily, so I know where I stand.
But standing across the octagon from him is Argentina's Manuel Exposito. The Dana White's Contender Series veteran makes his LFA debut tonight, already fighting for the 3rd time this year. A BJJ black belt with championship experience in both Argentina and Brazil, Exposito has finished 79% of his victories, with 9 finishes coming in the opening round. Now training in Tijuana, the dangerous Argentine believes his road back towards the sport's biggest stage runs straight through Makate.
He beat 2 UFC guys, and he beat really good opponents. And when I beat him, I'm going to be in the level, UFC level.
That is the main event coming up on Vice TV live at 9 Eastern, 6 Pacific. You know, a huge matchup between 2 top featherweights. Chris Makate, Southern California, making his return for his 2nd LFA main event, a 2-time NCAA All-American wrestler with Old Dominion University.
Yeah, it really is a big fight tonight. Big title implications, UFC implications. Makate is someone I've seen fight multiple times here in LFA. Someone who could have been ready already, but yet has to go through this tough lineup here. Visconti, beating Reyes, who's in the UFC. And now taking on Exposito, someone who I feel like is in the reverse position, someone who has flown past the Argentinian circuit, beat them, moved on to Tijuana, Mexico, and went to that circuit and was successful. Oh, here's some highlights of Makate, and you can see the wrestler
how about that?
Loves to bang, heavy hands. I'm not surprised. Big overhooks, clinch, elbows, knees. And then if he could implement that high-level wrestling, snag that single leg, run the pipe, take you down, ground and pound, he can do some damage. His striking is getting even more better, but it's the best when his opponent is worried about his wrestling.
Well, his opponent, Manuel Esposito, third fight already of 2026, Argentina fighter and Dana White's Contender Series vet, Gil.
Yeah, Esposito came on the scene as that grappler, subbing his opponents, but has grown as a mixed martial artist and has become a striker as well, and is gluing out together, and is a complete MMA fighter. But if you can see from these highlights, his best attribute is he's aggressive. He's going to be attacking submissions, attacking your neck, your ankle, your knees, and throwing big punches. And man, when guys are always attacking, you don't know what could happen. He can rock you, he could sub you. Great matchup for both these guys.
Yeah, well said. A very just well-rounded athlete, Manuel Esposito. 4 wins via knockout, 7 via submission. Dangerous everywhere. Very, very excited, Gil, to make his LFA debut. And he comes in as a very live plus 233 underdog. Makate is the favorite, minus 357. Fight odds are powered, as always, by a DimeBet. DimeBet, the official betting partner and online casino of the LFA. Glad you could be a part of the LFA 239 preliminary bouts here on Spectation Sports. Our next stream on Spectation will be next Friday as we come to you from Clarksville, Tennessee, just outside of Music City, Nashville, for LFA 239. We got work to do here in Southern California first, and we move on to our third preliminary bout. Tail of the tape, powered by Spencer McKenzie's in Ventura, home to the world-famous fish taco. Of course it is. Sevak Khachatryan is 26 years old. Aiden Ingram is 4 years older. Both athletes stand 5'6" and made the contracted weight. And the 2-inch reach advantage goes to Ingram. Here's Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, this contest scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds in the LFA Flyweight division, brought to you tonight by Spencer McKenzie's, home of their world-famous fish tacos. And now, introducing to you first, fighting out of the blue corner. This mixed martial artist stands 5'6", weighed in 126 pounds. He holds a 4-1 professional record, with 2 wins coming by way of knockout and 2 by way of submission. Representing Fight Ready and KG Quality Boxing, fighting out of Scottsdale, Arizona, Aiden, the future Ingram. His opponent across the octagon, fighting out of the red corner, is a boxer and wrestling style fighter, standing 5'6", weighed in 125.6 pounds. He holds a perfect 3-0 professional record, with all 3 wins coming by way of knockout. Representing KDMMA and fighting out of Los Angeles, California, by way of Armenia, Sevak Khachatryan. Your referee, Jonathan Romero.
All right, gentlemen, we know our instructions back in the dressing room. Remember, protect at all times, obey my commands at all times. Let's go and touch the gloves now. Let's go back to our corners and come out fighting.
Aiden Ingram, blue tape and the fire on his shorts. After explosive return to action in June, after almost 2 years away, Aiden Ingram fights for the 2nd time in 2 months, and he's matched up with the man coming off back-to-back first-round KOs, Armenia, Sevak Khachatryan. Ron Kruk and Gilbert Melendez with the cage side. LFA 239 preliminary bouts.
Both gentlemen in the center of the octagon and the southpaw stance.
Oh, southpaws.
Rare to get 2 southpaws, right?
Yes, always an interesting matchup.
Khachatryan with the high guard. Ingram as well.
Khachatryan still undefeated, Gil, 3-0. Aiden Ingram has won 4 of 5. Low kick delivered by Ingram. 2 knockouts and 2 submissions. 100% finishing rate for Ingram.
Oh, big overhand left for Ingram lands. Khachatryan blitzes forward. He's coming at him.
Absolutely, the high kick blocked though by Ingram. Withstands the onslaught. And another low kick as Ingram starts to attack that lead leg, and Khachatryan fires back.
Yeah, Khachatryan with a bigger output, went for the kill there. Kudos to both of them. Right, Ingram had the high guard, blocked it, but Khachatryan going for the finish and taking his foot off the gas pedal at the right time. Things are heating up, Ron.
Without a doubt. Khachatryan, 3 wins, 3 knockouts. This kid loves to throw his fists.
You're right, they are slinging them, and they're both hanging out in the phone booth willingly.
And we have got some action here in SoCal tonight. LFA flyweight division spinning back fist from Khachatryan.
Ingram with the great high guard though.
Yeah, very good defense by Aiden Ingram here in the opening round as we come up on 3 minutes.
Oh.
Big shot lands from Ingram. Both men firing away. We got ourselves a fist fight, and then just like that, Khachatryan gets the takedown and gets the back of Ingram.
What a flurry by these two gentlemen. Ingram up to his feet, trying to pill the hands. Let's see if Khachatryan brings it back to the mat. Left elbow in for Ingram to create space.
What an opening round as we hit the midway point.
Ingram almost out of this straitjacket that Khachatryan's put him in. Holding the weight of Khachatryan. Man, both these guys are fighting their fight and doing a great job of it.
Yeah, well said.
Ingram's more patient, a sniper, landed a big punch, try to throw down and go for the finish, but not the thing to do with Khachatryan. Khachatryan loves the chaos and exchanging that MMA type of striking where you let your hands go. You don't like to do that in boxing as much because you have the gloves, you can box, but it gets through for MMA and it does damage.
Khachatryan doesn't like to take his time. He has 2 first-round finishes. The total of his last 2 fights, Gil, only 5 minutes and 5 seconds.
I think Khachatryan's stepping up the competition. You know, Ingram has 5 fights, almost twice as many fights. And probably long in time in the cage as well, right?
Absolutely, and it went 5-3 as an amateur. Had a couple of knockout wins and 3 submission victories as an Ami.
But not surprised Mark Berry put this fight together. The right opponent for each other. This is the right dance partner for each other right now.
Yeah, whoever gets their hand raised here tonight in this last bout, they will definitely put the flyweight division on alert.
Yeah, they're definitely on the radar. You guys got guys like Antoine Ho, Adrian Gonzalez, I believe. You got some tough 25-pounders out there.
Absolutely. Aiden Ingram.
Ingram's free.
Gets out now. That's Khachatryan.
Gets the takedown.
Back. Wow, that was fast.
Just trips him off the ground.
2 submission wins for Aiden Ingram, known as the Future.
He's attacking, Ron.
Yes, he is.
He's attacking. He has 30 seconds to finish, maybe to pass him out, do some damage. To try to steal the round away. He had a great moment. He dropped Khachatryan. Ingram did, but Khachatryan did have the output. It's a tough one to score right here, but Ingram trying to steal it away here.
The big takedown and very active here on the ground.
Yeah, I'd like to see him posture up, land some strikes here. Tough to get the sub, but might have stole the round in my opinion. I don't know, man. Tough one to call here.
And there's the bell. Aiden Ingram, man, if he had more time to work, he might have scored himself another first-round finishes. Sevak Khachatryan, he hangs on, making his LFA debut tonight. Man, what highlights to open up the first round, Gil.
Man, two southpaw flyweights holding the ground. Khachatryan just bringing a barrage of punches. Ingram with the high guard, blocking, but some just piercing the guard, getting through, and that beautiful overhand right from the conventional stance of Ingram. Kind of does a step back hook that rocks Khachatryan, and then obliges and tries to go for the kill. But man, Khachatryan's really good in that phone booth, punch for punch, MMA. Let's just sit down there and throw down. But Ingram weathered the storm on the, not the storm, but was able to escape the straight jacket of Khachatryan and do-si-do him, switch him, trip him, end up in the mount position, have a really tight arm triangle. Really excited. This fight heated up. Let's see what happens when adjustments these gentlemen make.
Let's go round number 2, LFA flyweight division, our final LFA 239 preliminary bout here on Spectation Sports. Jonathan Romero, our referee, gets us going, and Aiden Ingram looking for the single leg takedown right away, or is that?
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
Ingram went for the single. Now he's switching to a double right here. He felt very strong on top. So he's probably thinking in his head, hey, let's try to put this guy on his back, as coaching staff said. Not a bad attempt. I think the best takedowns happen in MMA when you have your opponent worried about the striking department.
Aiden Ingram trained at the MMA lab for 8 years, Gil, starting at age 14.
Oh, no kidding.
Helped train Benson Henderson for his fights against Frankie Edgar back in 2012. He was like 16 or 17 years old.
Makes a lot of sense. You know, Ingram seems seasoned, seems smart, has a lot of tools, and the lab is a great gym. Crouch is a great coach.
One of the best. Now training, though, with the Fight Ready team and KG Quality Boxing. Eddie Chot in his corner.
Yeah, beautiful MMA spiral ride for Ingram. You're allowed to lock the hands in MMA. He hits the spiral, breaks his opponent down. Got the takedown. Man, Khachatryan, though, bridged out of it in a deep guillotine choke with the arm caught here. Ingram in great position because he has the arm of Khachatryan trapped right now. Oh, he tapped.
There's the tap! Aiden Ingram, another win for the future, which is extremely bright for Aiden Ingram. His 5th career win, and an impressive submission, his 3rd career victory via sub-Gil for the purple belt in BJJ.
Yeah, smart job.
Brandon Moreno, you 25ers. Watch out for me! I'm here!
Hell yeah, Ingram wasting no time to even call out Brandon Moreno.
Oh, man.
Hey, I'll tell you what, Ingram looked well-rounded. He looked really good and pushed forward, grabbed that takedown. I think his coaches let him know that might be the easier route. Pressed him on the cage with that single, switched to a double, and then Khachatryan tried to reverse and stay on that grappling, but that arm was caught between the legs. And
oh, wow.
Ingram knew. So he fell off the side of that guillotine, but that arm was trapped. If Khachatryan couldn't get that right arm out, man, that was a tight squeeze.
That was impressive by the 30-year-old, originally from Guam, now fighting out of Scottsdale, Arizona, Aiden Ingram. Man, we said it at the beginning of this fight, the winner will definitely put the flyweight division on alert. And Aiden Ingram did just that. 5th win as a pro, Gil, and his 5th finish. 2 knockouts and 3 submissions. The future is definitely bright for Aiden Ingram.
Yeah, looking forward to what's next for Aiden Ingram. There's some 25-pounders out there we'd like to see him mix it up with. I did say Antoine Hope, but he's a lab guy as well, right? So they must have had some training in together.
Absolutely.
But there's Adrian Garcia. We have the Dream, the 125er out here. There's a bunch of 125ers out here that can throw down.
What a finish, though. Impressive. 3rd LFA appearance. Came in with a 1-1 record. His only loss to Chase Whitmer. But this kid is a finisher. Tore his MCL back in 2025. Had to take some time off. But since recovering from that injury, I mean, he has come back on fire.
Yeah, solid performance for Ingram. composed. It's tough to fight a guy like Khachatryan who's just throwing a barrage of punches at you, and you have to be disciplined and keep your hands up and keep your chin down and use your legs to get out of the way. Don't lean back and expose your chin, and to be composed in that chaos and to really deflect, take the punches on the forehead and do a great job out there. And Khachatryan, man, he left it all out there, man. He's feeling it.
He really is, and
he
hasn't been able to get up yet, Gil. Got the ringside physician checking him out, and he's talking with the doctors.
Waving him in, waving in somebody. Oh, he's ready.
Pulls himself up, that's good to see. And he gets on the stool. A tough LFA debut for the 26-year-old from Armenia, now living and fighting out of LA. But a huge win for Aiden Ingram, who improves to 5-1. I'm not really, the doctors are still checking out Khachatryan, Gil. And he's on the stool, he's right in front of us, and he's talking to him. He looks to be coherent.
I mean, fighting's hard. Fighting's difficult, man, and it could really drain your battery, and you could really leave it all out there, and I think he left it all out there.
Without a doubt.
And he's feeling it, man. He's tired. He's hurting. Fighting hurts.
You know very well, my friends. You did it for a long time at the highest level. And speaking of a high level, Aiden Ingram.
Dude, with the Tito Ortiz shorts? Those
yeah,
are sick,
dude,
bro.
on fire. Speaking of fire, LFA 240 next week. Luis Gomez and Dedrick Sanders from Clarksville, Tennessee, just outside of Music City. LFA 240 live on Vice TV, and the preliminary bouts will, as always, stream right here on Spectation Sports. You won't want to miss this massive lightweight division bout between Sanders and Gomez. All right, we are set to wrap this one up. Before we do, let's get the official decision from Mike.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee, Jonathan Romero, calls a stop to this fight 1 minute, 23 seconds into the second round, declaring a winner by tap out in a guillotine choke, Aiden, the future Ingram.
Refusing to slow down, Aiden Ingram keeps his 100% finish rate perfect. And take Khachatryan's O, earns his 5th win in 6 fights and improves to an impressive 5-1.
Impressive.
Very impressive, Gil.
Impressive 5-1. That's impressive.
I can't wait to see him back in action. I'm sure we're going to see him on a main card very soon. Well, thank you for watching the LFA 239 preliminary bout streaming on Spectation Sports. Check out Spectation Sports online or in the App Store and sign up today. Follow the LFA on all social media platforms at LFA Fighting, and get to Vice TV for the main LFA 239 card coming up at the top of the hour. For my broadcast partners, Mike Kendall, Gilbert Melendez, and a cast of thousands here in Ventura, California, I'm Ron Kruk, and that is all.
On August 21st, the Legacy Fighting Alliance brings another unforgettable night of fights to Ventura, California with LFA 239. Every fighter stepping into the cage will put it all on the line for their chance at glory and rising to greatness. Contenders and prospects will battle under the bright lights of Legacy Fighting Alliance. With everything on the line, who will rise and who will fall?
Looking to end this fight.
Find out on August 21st at LFA 239.